And we're live. I didn't even know we were live. Tiff pressed live, and I was like, oh.
A little warning next time, Tiffany.
Just a little bit.
Trigger happy.
Earlier,
I almost banned Blake from our chat because I didn't know to add him to the stream.
She was trying to add him to the stream and almost selected banned user from studio. I was like, no, that's not the button.
Rude.
But with that, hello to everyone out there. Happy Saturday.
Sup, chat?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
How's it going?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, shoot.
How many of you guys out there that follow us on Instagram realized it was Friday like Denali because I put up that there was no Reseller Friday games? Like Denali was telling us, like, oh yeah, I realized, oh, it's Friday because no game.
No game. I have Hugo. I have popcorn for you tonight.
Oh, you too, but I'm good.
Hugo said that he it makes him when he sees popcorn.
Really?
I don't want to smell it. Oh.
Well, when you eat a whole tin,
a Christmas tin.
A Christmas tin. You guys know which tins, right?
With the divider.
The divider, the popcorn, or the cheese flavored one.
Like the fake cheese.
Yeah.
The orange fake cheese.
Yeah, so I had that neon orange popcorn. I had
the
caramel and the butter. And I ate all that in one night, and I got very sick. And ever since then, and this was when I was 10 years old. So ever since then, I'm like, nope, no popcorn. I'll eat 12 hot dogs, but no popcorn.
Feel you.
There's always some distant relative too that sends those tins.
Yeah.
But or Denali introduced me to hot Cheeto popcorn.
It's a thing.
It's
real good.
If
you like hot Cheetos, then you'll like hot Cheeto popcorn.
Yeah.
Do you just sprinkle the seasoning on it, or it's sold as hot Cheeto popcorn?
No, it comes already tossed in the stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good healthy fix if you like your hot Cheeto stuff.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
you have, I think it's 2.5. I was telling Denali, it's almost 3 full cups of popcorn in one serving. So yeah, it's a better fix than you can't have 3 cups of hot Cheetos.
Smart popcorn. Oh my gosh. Don't give me a bag. I'll eat the whole thing. It's addictive.
Yeah, how is everyone? Saying hi to everyone in the chat by at least clicking on them while we're talking to.
Laura, you go first. Tell us about your week.
It was just another week.
Something different must have happened this week.
Something different. I finally got the box that I bought from you.
Okay, something else.
At least you did.
Wait, hold on. That makes me sound like a slow shipper.
No, yeah, it's not your fault
It's
at
the
all.
U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I was gonna say, because you texted me that night and you were wearing a pair of the jeans and you're like, yeah, these ones aren't getting listed.
Yeah, keeping at least one. I tried on 3 of them though, but only one is staying with me.
Hi, Lori.
And I got them listed too, so I guess that's
Okay, look, you did work.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a good week. You received the box and you already got them listed. Yeah, not too shabby.
In under a week.
Blake, you go.
My week was, similar to Laura's. Another week. Some things that happened to me were last night. My back decided to spasm, so I didn't sleep at all.
Oh no.
I actually didn't sleep. I spent all night until 6 a.m., 6:15 to be specific, stretching on the floor, rolling my back out, twisting on a door frame. It was not working. I propped the computer higher today so I can sit up so my posture is better.
Yeah.
So if I have to stand up, that's why I'm out of frame, but
I thought you were going to have a different background, and it's because you're laying on the floor, actually, with the laptop on top.
Is it not for your back to spaz out like this?
No, and if anything, sometimes I've had my sciatica act up on my lower back, on the right side, which I guess is where your sciatica is. But this is like mid-section back, like where you would get a good crack from the chiropractor, but it just out of nowhere was like so uncomfortable. And it was like, okay, 1 a.m. The chiropractor opens in approximately, and then I started counting down, and it was like, I thought I was getting COVID. I was like, this is the flu. I can't breathe.
No.
Like,
You're creating your symptoms. My back went out. Obviously, this is the same thing.
Listen, I was like, oh my God, am I sick? Is this gas? Like, I don't know. Like, what is this pain? But I did some extra stretching on this roller that I have, and instead of just doing it and like getting off of it, I did it and just sat on the thing for like 10 minutes, and that seemed to do the trick. Took some Advil. Tonight I'll take a little CBD only kind of like aid.
Yeah.
Maybe to just help relax the muscles. I don't know. I don't know if it's stress, TBD. But I'm good at this moment.
I've had a lot of back issues in the past, and sometimes it's actually stress related. Like,
I think this is.
Yeah, like, because it does like manifest in your body. I got a whole book I can recommend you on that.
Yeah, my neck and my mid to upper back, like that's the area that stresses.
You make me like want to sit up and like I want to crack my neck right
I know,
now.
I'm feeling the same way.
I'm like stretching everything.
We're going to rotate our head.
And we're going to look up at the sky on 1, 2, and 3, and down 1, 2, and 3 to the right. 2, 3
that's
to
my
the left.
I thought I was wrong.
Did that backwards.
I'm going backwards.
Yeah. Love it.
Ponzi is joining us. Or is that Winnie?
This one's Winnie. She sees the popcorn up there.
Winnie. Denali, what about you?
I got my palette yesterday.
Another one, yes. Honey.
I got my second one. Yeah, so I emptied the whole thing out yesterday. Luckily, it was not raining yesterday. It is raining today. I got everything in. I sorted through it. I started to sell mystery boxes. I'm kind of doing it in waves as I like, because I kind of want to have them packed before I list them for sale. So I can just
slap a label.
Yep. So I can just like print them. So now I'm pretty much in my last, I think there's going to be like the last round of stuff that I'm going to have to sell. And so the last round of it is actually like, I have a huge lot of like pajamas and loungewear. So I'm like, okay, everybody's wearing, it's either activewear or pajamas right now. So anyway, so I'm packing like 8 pieces to a box. I did some that are like tops and bottoms. I did some that are just bottoms. And then and then I'm going to do one that's matching sets, like where it's a top and a bottom.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
medium size top, medium pants. Or whatever.
Yeah. But then after that, everything else is like, the stuff I'm keeping and whoa, hello.
Sorry, COVID.
And yeah, so then comes the fun part. Oh, my hair. Then I just have to start listing it. So yeah. So that's that. That's what I've been up to.
The boxes that we listed today, are they all sold out? I saw you post some stuff up and
yeah. So I did some like regular women's clothing, like not pajamas. I did some of those. I listed them at 11:30 or midnight last night. And so those, I still have some of those left. So if anybody wants one, elducho.com. And then I had to think about my web address. Yeah. And then I posted some like one-offs. Like I had, that brand Project Social Tea. Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had a bunch of those. So I did a big lot of like 58 of them. Cause I was like, I don't want to break these up. Like first I was like, maybe I'll sell them by size. And I was like, you know what? Somebody else can just have all of them and then they can sell all of those. So
that's cute stuff.
What?
Project Social Tea.
Yeah, it was all like cute. There's like tanks and long sleeve tees and all this stuff. It's just like more than I can process in like one moment. So I'm like, okay, let's do those. And then
Urban Outfitters for a really long time too. So I feel like
don't tell me that. Then I'm gonna want to keep though.
Well, the resale value on it is like, mid-range.
Yeah, it's like, if you lot them up or do bundles, I think somebody can make some money on that.
Hey, I still pick them up at the bins and stuff all the time.
Totally. I picked it up too. That's the funny part. That's how I knew the brand.
Yeah.
And then I had some plus size. I did 2 plus size lots.
Love plus size. Love plus size.
And it was like good stuff. It wasn't just like 0x or 1x. Like I had like 3x and 4x, and it was like really cute dresses and stuff. I could have kept it, honestly. Again, it's just like more than I can deal with. So that's it.
Well, also wanted to say, beers. I don't know if you guys have any. We have our Golden Road Brewery.
Well, ours has fruit too, Blake.
Yeah, ours is
have
fruit. I know
fruit.
you have a healthy smoothie over there.
This has melon.
Show me.
A melon card.
Cute.
That's yummy.
Yeah, it's this series they came out that's basically based off of the LA fruit trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Golden Road local? That's
Yeah.
a local brewery.
It's near the blends. It's near the bins.
Yeah, I think I've been there. Isn't there like a restaurant connected to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it feels very open air. It's just a bunch of tables and even yard games.
Yeah. The thing with
Cornhole.
that thing.
What's the one downtown? Is that Angel City? That's Angel City. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one by Little Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yes, by like a Daiso.
Mm-hmm.
/ they also have a Warby Parker. Laura, you would like that area. It's like very like
Oh yeah, I love that area.
fashiony. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go there to eat.
Oh yeah. Good.
Good food down there too,
I
for
feel you.
Um.
Yeah, but are we?
The fence.
Oh, our fence is up. So if you guys follow us, we put a before and after picture of our before, which was like this horrible metal, short, weird
Like
fence.
the fence that we had up that's dividing the neighbors. It's so old. It's back when they used to use galvanized steel pipes to hold up the fence. Like,
Well, the fence isn't even tall enough, so it's like it was like Home Improvement where you just kind of like put your head over the fence and you could talk to the neighbor. So
we don't talk to that neighbor.
Yeah. He was like the angry neighbor next door who would yell at Hugo's childhood dog.
All the time.
But there's a new fence up there and it's getting finished right now.
Yeah.
And
We've been working on the garage still.
almost done.
Yeah.
Which we ordered our buckets. We ordered our bins. And so the bins came. We had to order 10 sets of bins. So that means there's 30 buckets. Well, the buckets came, but the buckets came without lids. So the delivery guy showed up to Hugo's aunt's house, dropped off the buckets, and then when his uncle was looking at the manifest, he was like, "Aren't these supposed to come with lids?" Oh, the lids aren't here. I was like, well, it's kind of a hard thing to miss. So he had to go back. He's like, all right, I'll be back with the lids. So he came back with the lids, but he came back with one set of lids, which is a set of 3.
And we have like 30 buckets.
So they have to come back again next week with 27 more lids for us.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
That's nuts.
But for anyone out there that wants that has Costco, you could have. It's easy to apply for the Costco business section, but Costco business delivers things that they don't have on the regular website. So we were able to get things like our bins and some other stuff that we couldn't get in store. So that was really good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're doing that. Sales were pretty good this week, up and down.
Yeah.
Like literally, like we had a good day. The next day it was not quiet, but yeah, almost quiet. And then we had a good day, and then it was almost quiet. So yeah, definitely roller coaster.
Yeah, I messaged you guys about it. I had that day that was like, it was almost a $0 day, but in like the last 5 minutes of the day, it was like 11:55 p.m. I got a $3 offer on eBay, which I took because then I wasn't going to have a $0 day. Now, mind you, the cost of the item was like very low. So I took the offer, but then like the next day I had like a, $400 day.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Just riding that roller coaster.
Yep. That roller coaster, man.
Here. What about Laura and Blake?
For sales?
Yeah.
Mercari was lit this week for me.
Oh.
Woohoo!
I will say I strategically sent out offers on what was yesterday? On Friday, first thing in the morning, because people got paid, people were ready to spend.
Mhm.
People had been liking or hearting, whatever it's called on Mercari. And I sent out 3 offers, and within an hour, all 3, someone accepted each of those things. So I was like, heck yes, bitches. People.
Biatches.
Biatches, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Laura, how's vintage doing?
Actually, it's been picking up a little bit, which is nice. My Etsy just like came back to life, so I had a couple sales on there, which I don't know. I think it's interesting because Denali, you sent me that message about Etsy paying for advertisements, and then magically my sales have started picking up. So maybe them paying for advertisements is actually helping.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, should I? Because I have a few things on Etsy. I was like, should I turn on ads? Because they're just going to pay for it, right?
Well, I heard, so someone said that unless you're in a certain threshold, like unless you bring in a certain amount monthly or yearly, sorry, then they won't turn the ads on for you.
Oh, maybe I don't have ads. I guess I've never looked into it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either.
Okay, good to know. But I guess for anybody who is an Etsy seller who has ads enabled, or like the ability to, check up on it. But Etsy's like CEO sent out this thing saying that they were going to pay the ad costs, right, Laura?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But you still have to, I think you still have to pay a percentage once it sells, but they're actually forcing you to pay that percentage. There's no like way to get out of it. But I mean, if it sells, then it sells.
Yeah, it increases sales because we actually had an Etsy sale and
a surprise Etsy sale because we forgot about it.
Yeah, every time we get an Etsy sale, it's exciting and scary because we forget what's on there, and we forget if it's something that already sold. So it's like ooh, I don't know. Let me check.
I do love that little ka-ching when you get that sale. You're like, oh, Venmo or
yeah.
Have you guys tried selling vintage on Mercari?
No. I haven't listed on Mercari. I do also want to say though, Neutral Nirvana, her Instagram feed is like amazing. So if you're not already following her, please go follow her first and foremost.
Yeah, go follow her. That sounds awesome. What
but,
kind of
I haven't dabbled in Mercari for vintage.
I'm gonna put something vintage on there today.
Oh, Liz has.
Liz has. Okay.
She's good with her vintage.
I mean, the thing with Mercari, the thing I love about Mercari and Poshmark is it's free to list. So I'm just like, I'm going to put anything on there. Like anything goes because it's not going to cost me a dime. All it costs me is not to rhyme, but it costs me time. It don't cost me a dime to rhyme about my time. But that's like the nice part. It's like, throw it up on there. It might sell.
I mean, for us, like Etsy, we only put our vintage, which isn't too. We don't have a lot.
Yeah.
20 to 30 items that we
No,
have.
I think it's 50.
Is it 50?
I thought that's what I saw like in listings.
Oh, okay, well maybe 50.
Hi,
But
Amber.
it's just vintage, yeah.
Yeah, both things. Because I was trying to cross list a lot of the hard goods too, but it's so hard to cross list hard goods if they're just remotely new. Like you have to have it really is just vintage.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Hey, I have a question. Who read the letter from Manish, the CEO of Poshmark? Are we going to talk about it or no?
Let's talk about it.
I got my popcorn.
Just silence and crickets.
Hold on. Let me switch the beverage to tea.
Yeah. Now, Blake did. You want the tea? Go watch Blake's video. I watched it, yesterday?
Lunchtime.
It's like 40 minutes of Blake's tea.
It's long, but I feel like a lot of people in the comments seem to agree. And I think they ultimately, with Posh Stories, we'll lead with that into the Posh chat. But I think ultimately Posh Stories missed the mark. And I think they misplaced the video feature. And that should be in the listings, not in a new place away from my listings.
Yeah.
Okay, the feed. If you use the feed, comment. But
give a thumbs up if you use the feed.
Yeah.
There's no thumbs up.
Give a thumbs up. It's going to be difficult, but we'll figure out whose thumbs up is which.
Smash the like button if you shop from the feed.
Yeah, smash the like button.
Yeah, videos and listings, that makes sense because a lot of retailers are moving towards that. I feel like if I've gone on Nordstrom,
Yep.
or even Amazon to shop for clothing, and you hit that like third photo, or sometimes it's the main photo is the video of somebody twirling around in it or whatever, showing like the movement of the garment.
A bunch of people commented.
I'm gonna be the sell quick, ship quick twirler.
You can do it. Believe in yourself.
He's gonna twirl on everything. They're gonna be like, "That's the headband. I will wear only the headband and twirl."
What were you gonna say, Blake?
So one of my recommendations was putting video in each listing, not a separate place, but potentially as like the main tile. But a lot of people were telling me Depop already does this.
Oh, okay.
As the main kind of photo. But again, I personally don't like Depop. I think it's like too hard for me to navigate. I don't like it. But I know some people thrive on it. Like,
totally.
Who's that guy? It's Hadrian. He's like
he does? Oh, okay.
He's full Depop and he's successful with that. So I think it's one of those like Posh things where you kind of have to like spend your time on the app and like build it up and
yeah.
Nirvana made a good point. Like with the whole feed thing is, in order to be ambassador, right? You had to follow and do all this stuff. So we created this huge following count, and then it's not to say we only follow to follow, but at the same time, it was friends or things that we were really interested in, but we were working with someone or whatever. So all that stuff is in the feed that we're not shopping.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm jealous. Like, if I've seen somebody's like Poshmark profile and they're like following like 200 people, I'm like, lucky. I wish mine was curated like that. Like, I wish I could just see that few people. I've actually thought about like, not to be like shady, but like I've thought about just like mass unfollowing so that I could actually have a feed I wanted to see
and to shop.
Yeah.
To shop, not just to see it for aesthetic. It's stuff you're
to shop. Like I would like to see stuff I'd actually like to buy on there, but it's such a mess. Like even, the whole search, everything is just a mess on there.
Yeah, it's very much like a yard sale right now, whereas they want to be like a Pinterest and they have a long ways to go if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
I just
okay, so what did he say in his email? Didn't he say business has been good?
Business has been good. Hold on, let me just pull it up. Getting better. He addressed stuff in that letter that I was like, I'm glad you went a little bit further with just being like, hey, what's up? We care about you. I like that they went into a little bit of detail. Where is it? Hold on.
He did address the fact that they haven't really been addressing it.
Yeah. Since my last communication to you, we've been heads down in an effort to address the issue business impacts, accelerate our product roadmap, and develop programs to support our community amidst a very challenging backdrop, blah, 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 blah. I'm happy to share that our business is starting to normalize and regain momentum. We are seeing increased engagement across listings, likes, shares, which is encouraging. Major point that I think we would all like to know, where's the data at? Where's the data?
Yeah. That's actually the second article I've seen this week where somebody's interviewed him and he's acknowledged that they're doing well, but he, like one of the articles I read, he like refused or not refused, but didn't comment further on like how well they're doing.
Like maybe last week being the best week in April that they've ever had ever.
I've heard
in
that.
The platform.
Yeah. So where did you hear that?
Like a news.
Forbes do an article on them.
Forbes did an article on the Poshmark.
Yeah.
Like,
they were like, they had the best week ever, like in the history of the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, keep reading. Like, keep doing a paragraph, and then let's comment on it.
Okay. Many of you told us in a recent survey how this crisis is affecting you and how we can help. Thank you for taking the time to share. It has helped shape our thinking for the months ahead. Okay, fine.
Okay, wait. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Who here filled out the survey, including the chat? Did you fill out the survey that they sent when shelter in place was starting? I did.
I don't want to give Poshmark any more of my time.
Emails?
Wait, it was in an email, I think, and it was also on like the news feed. You could click into it there.
Yeah, like where you see your likes and stuff. The top.
We're one of those people with the emails that have the red flashing thing that says like 20,000 emails that are unopened. Same.
Okay, Blake, of your of the suggestions that you may do, have any of them been acknowledged?
Not yes, but not from this survey. Like it's all suggestions from while
right
ago.
but I'm talking about like when they ask like what do you need from us right now, what kind of support, because that's what they asked us in the survey.
Right
Do you feel like
I don't.
Okay, same. I mean, I feel the same way. Like I asked for like some sort of help for sellers.
Yes, I think here's something that they're not going to do, and I would like to make this very clear to everyone because it's about shipping. Everyone wants a shipping decrease. I get it. We would all love that. But the reality is shipping is expensive, and I doubt Poshmark is making any money off that deal. If anything, they're paying to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So people that are complaining like, we need lower shipping.
Nope.
I get it, but like that money has to come from someone. And unfortunately, it's either going to be us or the buyer. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think shipping maybe would have been one of the things. I mean, like, listen, it's got to come from somewhere if we're talking about a discount. So whether you want to say discounting shipping for buyers, right,
Yeah.
to ultimately help sellers, or additionally, a thought maybe I had or put into the survey was, cutting us a break on the 20%.
Yeah.
Maybe go 18 or if this is what I hate, make offers to likers, but don't force me to do a shipping discount. Let me just send an offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then that bumps up my 20% to actually 21 to 23%, depending on the cost of the item.
And just to answer Amber's question, I don't remember every question. However, I do remember the last question on it said, would you like more categories to sell in? For instance, and I swear it said this, it said like children's toys. So it was like essentially being like a Mercari.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because if you search on Poshmark, I don't know, Little Tykes, Play School, whatever, I'm sure you can easily buy toys already on Poshmark. You know what I mean? And you can buy CBD oil on Poshmark.
You can also buy an Alexa.
You can also, I bet you can, Blake. I bet you can.
It's been sold, so yay!
You can buy windshield wipers on Poshmark. I've seen people selling cars on Poshmark. So,
I mean, like I tell Tiff, people have asked like, "Oh, what kind of hard goods?" I was like, I put plush up, and
it can sit on a shelf.
And they're like, "Why would you put plush?" Someone puts a plush on a shelf for shelf art. So
listen, it's a large net that it falls into,
Yeah.
But that, just to clarify, that's the stuff that I remember. And children's toys before vintage.
It's ridiculous. They just will not acknowledge the vintage community on there.
This is
difficult for them, because it's like you have to be like well versed in it. Maybe they just don't have anyone who would understand it. Like
they're just dumping it in it's part of the clothing we already sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you guys and people in the chat, okay? I personally do not find the markets to be absolute, that does not need to exist. What I think needs to exist is the categories: women's, men's, kids, home, vintage, and toys and things could fall under home. That's what I think should be focused on.
Yeah.
Get rid of markets, get rid of the feed, and put videos in listings, and then we have the perfect app. Thank you so much.
Okay, keep reading the email. What's the next paragraph say?
Okay, next paragraph says, we have exciting plans to make it easier for you to create listings and upload inventory, give you tools to scale order management and fulfillment, and help you strengthen connections and grow your community. I don't think we really need assistance with that last part.
Okay.
This includes, here it goes, increasing the number of photos you can add per listing.
Good.
Enabling duplicate listings. So maybe you have multi-quantity items, but you want a separate listing. Okay, that's smart. Improving search functionality. Sure. Sales reporting. Yeah. And more.
Could have been done.
And more. Most recently, we're excited to launch one of our most requested features in the last year. Video. Posh Stories is now a new way to bring your listings to life through short-term form video. or short form video, excuse me. After this fully rolls out, we'll continue to add capabilities like the ability to add stories to your listings, which I thought was an interesting last note on this.
Yeah.
Because what? Like, how's that going to work?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
I heard, I haven't asked the person if I can say their name, but I heard earlier this week about the photos. Somebody messaged me about it, the increase in photos. And I heard, don't quote me. Nobody be quoting me. I'm not looking to be quoted here. The number is 16.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of photos.
That's a lot.
I will never complain with more photos. I would love to show every single detail if there's issues, you know.
Yeah. So, okay, what's the next paragraph?
Okay, next paragraph. We're winding up. We're winding down. As this crisis continues to unfold, we've been doing a lot of experimentation. Some things are in the works. Or no, some things are working well. Virtual Posh and coffees. I would have to agree. I found them successful. And some are continuing to evolve, like the first drop of San Francisco Goodwill mystery reseller boxes. Hold on. We heard through the survey that sourcing inventory is a major pain point, and we want to help bridge this gap. So we'll continue to iterate on this promising partnership and look for other creative solutions. Okay. So
I mean, the Goodwill box thing was a mess.
Yeah.
that was a mess, and it was a miss. I think
I heard there was only like 40 that they dropped.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the listings, like
I mean, that's kind of crazy. Like, how many sellers are on the app?
Yeah, and I think when we saw the listings, I think it
when
had
we liked it, a few thousand likes.
Yeah, I think it was like over 2,000 likes on it or something.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Wait, I want to go back to the Flipping Gals. Hey, girls. They asked, how are we going to use Posh Stories to increase sales? I'm not going to spend time on that, to be honest.
Neither am I.
It's wasted time. I'm going to increase my sales by spending time on listings, not something that's going to disappear.
Uh-huh. I won't use it. I mean, listen,
And
never
Laura,
say never.
Laura, yeah.
I called you out in my video yesterday.
I think Laura's
In a good way.
great.
I mean, what?
I said in my video yesterday, I said you would be the perfect person for this feature.
Oh, got it.
Because
Yeah,
you
and I'm
could-
like, I'm gonna use that stuff to spend more time on eBay and Etsy, not on Poshmark.
Right. No.
Yeah.
My
no, I
dislike for Poshmark runs deep, you guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, like for us, we don't model our stuff, and it would be difficult. Like, you know, half the stuff, like I can't fit into the extra small, or whatever it is, or like the size. So I can't really model that for a Posh story unless I maybe put my dress form on a rotating Lazy Susan, and then I like click a switch and
again, more work though. Like,
yeah.
why are we trying to accommodate this feature? The feature should enhance everything that we already do, and where that would be best suited is within the listing.
Yeah, but what it does, see, here's the thing. The big thing that they're rolling out is this whole video thing, right? That's like the big thing happening right now. But the reality is it's not really a seller tool. Like that's not going to help us that much more to sell items. What it's going to do is it's just going to keep people on their site or their app longer. The buyers, right? And that's ultimately what all those, like the goal of any social media platform. Hello, we're on one right now. We're trying to keep you watching this video as long as we can. So Hugo and Tiffany can get some watch hours while at the same time having fun and entertaining people. But that's the point of all of these platforms. It's not a tool that actually helps sellers. And that's frustrating because those are the things that I think people have been asking for a long time. Like a sales dashboard or analytics or a customer support line. I mean, all these things that, but what are they prioritizing?
Yeah. And like, if they could get video, even if it's just 15 seconds, like the length of a IG story, if you can put 15-second video on a listing, they would have a step up on eBay even. Because eBay doesn't have that feature. Like in order to put a video on eBay, you have to go through these loops to get a link from YouTube to it, and you have to create a YouTube account. Like, it's a big thing. If Poshmark can create that in the listing, that would be a great feature. And normally on eBay, like, people use videos to show electronics are working, not twirl an address.
Right.
But it'll be a great feature. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that it just makes you, it's just interesting because it's like where you have a platform like, for instance, I'm going to say eBay or Etsy that does have like a sales dashboard, a pretty comprehensive sales dashboard for their sellers.
Yeah.
Like, to me, and I really like Poshmark, so let's just say that. But to me, what it says is it's just like those are platforms that acknowledge that people are doing this for their livelihood, like that there are sellers. It's not a hobby. But I think that's not maybe the case for Poshmark. They're not treating it like you know what I mean?
Business. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though on the flip side, then they'll be like, oh yeah, you can do this full time. But then they go on the back end, you're not really supported in that way.
With the data and analytics you need.
Okay, so do any of you download your monthly sales reports from Poshmark?
Posh? No.
Nope.
So you don't.
I mean, I've looked at it.
Yeah, I've looked just to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I've downloaded it because I copy and paste it into my own spreadsheet. But when you download it, it's your monthly sales report, right? But it doesn't actually give you your full month. So instead of like April 1st through April 30, it gives me like the last week and a half of March.
Because
and then it misses the last half of April.
I think that's because there's this
like
when you have the sale versus when the money's deposited.
Yeah.
It's two different things.
But I want to see it. Like, I would rather see my full month. Like yesterday.
Like, even if that means you can't see your April month until May 10.
Then I want it on May 10th. It's just like your bank statement, right?
Yeah.
Like, I really went through and I looked at our eBay numbers yesterday just to get an idea of how the last 4 months have gone. And we wanted to see which month we did the poorest and which months we did the best. But on eBay, I was able to do April 1st through April 30 and see the sales for those days.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see something like that on Poshmark so you can gather, hey, what month am I doing well in? And then, like, what did you do different? How can
they don't – their information, I mean, for the most part, if you're downloading those reports, you're having to chop it up and cater it to your own spreadsheets, I think.
Yep.
Like, and that's why you have people who, like, for instance, like Sarah Stiles. She has a Poshmark dashboard, where you can like put your data into it and then it makes it like a clean, like where you can see kind of the analytics better.
Yeah.
You have people that have created tools like that because Poshmark is failing to create tools like that for their sellers.
Yeah.
What Liz said, it's only showing what's being paid out. So it doesn't sync up like the way your info does for eBay.
Right.
Yeah. And I would appreciate that because then as a reseller, if you're doing this for actually, for income
and improvement and be able to compare numbers.
And you want to improve, like what categories are you selling well in?
Yeah.
What did you do different in April versus March? And that's why your payouts are getting better, and it's stuff that we should be able to get from them.
Just to answer Jessica's question, is anyone tempted to get off Poshmark?
No.
No.
No,
because it's still a platform that makes me money. It's just not, and no platform is perfect, but I think that they have a lot of stuff. Yeah, they have a lot of things that could be improved for sellers.
And everything has every platform has different customers. There's definitely overlap between the three, but eBay by far has the most customers.
Yeah.
And then between Mercari, Etsy, and Poshmark, they are all separate types of audiences.
And as much as Poshmark, like as much as I get upset with them, I always think about it like it doesn't cost me anything to list. And I think that's the most important part is like this is free for me to do this.
Yep.
Whereas every other platform you're paying.
Yeah. And then there's plenty of things that you sell on Poshmark that you might not get any attention on your other platforms.
Yeah, we do all the time because since we crossed the three, Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, we'll sell something on eBay that had 0 likes.
Oh yeah, like Soft Surroundings, Eileen Fisher might not have a single like.
But then we'll have some anthropology pieces that have been sitting on eBay for a while that'll sell or have a bunch of likes on Poshmark. Like it's just each one has, like you're saying,
A pro and con, yeah.
I will say this for people that sell items at a lower price point, like $15 and under on Poshmark. I think I would encourage you, if you're not, to put those listings over on Mercari because they only take 10%.
Yeah.
And you can choose to give free shipping or not, but you have the first class option. So
oh, sorry.
That's okay. So you still have the ability to you have the ability to make more on a sale that you would lose
More
out on Poshmark.
And I think for clothing items on Mercari, it is like a lower end purchase price. Those tend to be like very popular brands over there. More mall brands tend to do well. I've found personally. I don't think people are looking to pay for $80 to $100 items over there.
Unless it's a bundle, which I just did.
Right. Well, and then that's perfect. It's in a perfect world, but then it's probably $10 items for $100.
Yeah, we've sold some stuff on there that were about $100, but those exactly are rare.
Yeah, it's just not as common. Like you're gonna do really well if you put up a bundle of Victoria's Secret, you know what I mean? Like, or a lot, you know what I mean? Do a lot of Victoria's Secret medium tank tops. Those will probably sell real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even then, Victoria's Secret on its own.
And Lulu's. If you sell Lulu's, especially if you're a bin picker, like the Lulu's stuff will sell. I mean, it's not, big money, but $25, $30 for a Lulu's dress on Mercari, it'll get swept up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yep. We've sold a lot of Lulu's over there.
I need to get on that.
What?
Yeah. So we do have a game in mind. We'll just answer a few more questions.
Yeah, we'll go through. Did you finish that email?
Hold on, let me see. There's just like the closing statement. I also want to say, for data, just for a hot second, I want to know with Posh Stories, if I tag my listing, they're gonna obviously get to the listing. I want to know that I had a sale directly because of Posh Stories.
Yeah, kind of like when you see websites ask like, how'd you find our business?
Exactly.
Like Yelp or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I want to know that the time I spend to put this additional thing on this platform, which has me do 900 things, that it was money well spent, time well spent.
You know what the Posh Stories, I think it might end up turning into is, do you guys remember when like LuLaRoe was really big with their live videos? Like they would do like live videos of the items and they would
on
sell
Facebook
videos. Yeah, on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, they have pearl parties, like that kind of style. Yeah,
if it's going to kind of move into something like that, that would be interesting. Because in those videos, nobody modeled anything. It was just like, it's just your personality and you're getting to know the person as a seller.
Right. Like, oh, here we go. We have 3 ambers. We have it in small, extra large, and 3X.
Exactly.
Comment if you want an amber.
I don't know what an amber is, but Blake sold it to me, and I want to buy an amber. I'm buying an amber.
They just like bought a floral dress.
Yeah.
Flippin' Gals is asking, where are you guys sourcing nowadays? So Denali had a palette. The Laura Printer palette.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Laura
Printer palette.
Yeah. So did Blake.
I searched the palette. Oh, let me check the tracking. Maybe it came.
Yeah. See if it's gonna. It's
oh my gosh, you
tracking
haven't gotten yours yet either.
No, it's so nuts.
Doesn't follow Denali though. Not Denali.
It's not me. I swear. I sent their packages out. Something happened with like LA post office.
It is.
Or something.
I sent my mom, and my mom is in California. She's up by San Francisco, and I sent her first class mail with.
Yeah.
And it took almost a week. I think it took like 7-8 days to get up there. And I was like,
well, we're on day 11 with Denali's thing.
It's priority.
2 days.
I told Blake, I was like, if it shows up ripped, torn, and run over, it ain't my fault.
No.
No. Wait, the last part of the email.
Blake and I have also, where is it? We've gotten Thread Up and B&G orders. Also,
yeah.
So, I mean, there are places online to source.
We actually haven't sourced anything.
We keep sourcing our own home.
Yeah, we
and by that, I mean like things we haven't listed.
You also, though, you guys also had a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well,
to go through.
We kind of, I mean, we didn't foresee it, but we were seeing how things were getting
we saw
a lot
the
more
trend.
serious. So we took almost a whole week where we went out and spent $100 to $200 at the thrift store every day
Oh yeah, prior to.
And just we didn't even sort it. We got home, put it in a corner.
Yeah.
We'll do it, the receipts later.
It was like end of February, the first week of March, before California got any stay-at-home orders. We're like, ooh, this isn't looking good.
Yeah.
And then I think Washington kind of took charge, and
It's
Oregon.
getting serious. And then she had her infusion, and then I was like, with your infusion and everything going on, let's plan that after your infusion we won't go out. Which actually, that's what happened either way.
And then we've been sourcing, like, besides sourcing our own unlisted inventory, we're sourcing through our stale listed inventory.
We've
And
had so many sales of those.
yeah, I've been ending and relisting items at, you know, the current trending price, and those are selling. And it's been in our store for, you know, 8-9 months.
Yeah,
10
there's been a
months.
lot of items that were probably like original listed up at like $30, $40, and then Tip will drop it down to $19.99 plus shipping, and they're selling.
Oh, spending $0. Yeah. Definitely the cost of inventory is down. Listen, I bought a pallet, that aside, but prior to buying that, it was like, I'm just making money. I'm not spending any money on the inventory.
Yep. Which that was smart for me.
I'm with Neutral Nirvana right now. I actually was just going to talk about that like I feel like I'm spending more money than I ever have sourcing for inventory. But on the flip side, this has forced me out of something that I always knew I was going to have to do as a vintage seller. And that's, if you want to cherry pick vintage, you have to pay up for it. And you have to be willing to do the proper research on the brands and stuff like that. And so it's been.
So when you're looking, Laura, what are you looking for when you're sourcing for vintage?
Mainly brands. And I've been like kind of cross-referencing different like designer catalogs and stuff like that. So like 1980s runway shows are a big thing that I've been pulling up because I love the 80s and that's what I love to source. So I've been actually pulling up like those catalogs and finding like similar items, patterns, shapes, all that kind of stuff, and doing that. So
I will say, I was talking to Bill, Tori and Bill. We were talking about with sourcing online and just sales in general, I can't expect my normal profit margins. I have to, which for me, it's normally 3 to 6 times what I pay to get my money back, you know, and more. Now I'm just trying to double my money.
Oh yeah.
You know, is not.
There's not always a big amount of money.
Right.
You know, like if you source something for $5-$6 and you can put in your pocket $12 to $15, that might be the plan for right now.
Right. And that's okay. Like doubling your money on something is still great, especially if it's, you know, $300.
Yeah.
You make 300 more. Like, great. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So
totally. All right. Can we do our game?
Yeah, Bill is like so ready to go right now in the chat.
Bill's drinking beer. He's drinking a beer. He's drinking a beer
right now.
So have you guys played Never Have I Ever?
I mean,
not the official
I think
game.
I know how it works, Ish. Explain it.
So normally the game is played, something like, well, we all put in, like, chip in what we've done. It has all these rules. But for this one, we're just going to say if you've done it or you haven't.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And in the chat as well. In the chat, make sure you answer, play along. Let us know if you've done it, and try to tell a short story of why or how that you done it.
Yeah. And if they don't want to tell a story, should they just do the little hand up emoji or something?
If you feel guilty, you can just put the hand up emoji, and that means I did it, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Or just explain it in emojis. It'll be like hand up, a knife, a syringe.
A little peach, you know, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, the peach. What's the other one? Eggplant?
Cow, poo emoji, sunshine.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And the first one.
Okay.
Quarantine edition. Never have I ever drank booze before 10 a.m.
So wait, should we raise our hand if we've done it or we haven't done it?
If you've done it, have you drank booze before 10 a.m.?
Wait, you're saying quarantine edition though?
Anytime.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then.
Mimosas, hello.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You haven't done brunch and had a mimosa?
Well,
It starts at 11.
Yeah, brunch is 11.
Hamburger Mary starts at 11, 11:30.
You didn't even know what brunch is.
Oh, Kreithchele.
I'm from Vegas, and bars never close. So.
Yeah, I was like, Laura's from Vegas, so for sure she has.
We'll be having our like hot Cheetos and margaritas at like 3, 4 in the morning. I don't know if that counts, but we do that.
Yeah, it counts. A new day has started.
Oh yeah, it's been a few hours into the new day.
Okay, so I haven't had the Irish cream and coffee. Have we had that?
Oh.
Yeah,
Amber had a good one. She said tailgating. Yeah, a lot of people who tailgate.
yeah. You get in early to a game.
I'm
Yeah.
not that person. I'm
Oh.
not that person.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Flippin' gals. They used to work at a dairy.
It's juice.
It's just juice.
It's grape
It's
juice.
just juice.
It's grape juice.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
We live in Spain.
Yeah.
Single malt before 10 a.m.
Oh my.
Our mouthwash is just tequila.
All right. Next, we got. Never have I ever been caught sleeping on the job.
Like, have we slept on the job or we haven't been caught?
Huh. I mean,
Yes. Have you ever been caught sleeping on the job?
I'm sure
And not
more-
reselling. Okay.
any
so
job.
I was going to say, if it's reselling, I feel like that's
Yeah, that's more every day.
I myself sleeping all the time.
Laura has conversations with herself. Now you get up now. I'll be right back.
I've never been
I've hired
caught.
myself so many times.
I've never been caught, but I've done it.
I definitely haven't.
Yeah.
One time I had, okay, so this was like back when I was like 18 and I worked in this like cafe in downtown Seattle. And I was just tired, right? And my coworker was so awesome. And she knew I was like so tired. And she's like, hey, let's grab the cushions that sit on, it was like wood benches. And then there was like these long cushions. She's like, let's grab a bunch of the cushions. We'll put them in the back room on the floor. We'll turn out the light and you can take a nap for a while till you feel better. And then come back to work. And I totally did it. So she knew about it, but I didn't get caught.
Love
Was
it.
this
Love
what you were in Seattle or down
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, no, it was
like a Seattle thing. In LA,
Yeah.
they would be like, nope, I'm writing you out so I get a promotion.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Seattle's too nice.
No, so it's happened to me. So a while ago, I worked at an animation studio
Uh-huh.
for a few different cartoons, but it has its periods. So in animation, during the beginning stages, there's a few things going on production, not too much. So while I was doing some busy work, I would listen / watch DVDs on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot which one. I might have been watching, what's the Mozart movie, Amadeus?
Yeah, Amadeus.
Yeah. And I think I fell asleep watching that. And one of my coworkers, I just wake up to like a big clap. Like, It wasn't like I got in trouble, but that's only because it was slow season.
Yeah. All right.
These answers are hilarious.
Yeah.
I've never been caught, but yes, I have fallen.
But I will say there's a pattern. They're not like corporate jobs. They're all like
Yeah, they're all.
the retail stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's harder to fall asleep. Well, I was going to say it's harder to fall asleep at a corporate job, but actually my dad, he's older, right? He's in his 60s. He says that he every day at around 3 a.m. or not 3 a.m., 3 p.m. he falls asleep at his desk for about 30 minutes.
stop.
I'm not kidding. But then his office moved offices, and he used to have like this big, large office in the back, and then they put him in these weird little glass cubicles. And so now he can't nap because people can see him because it's like all glass.
Oh.
It's literally he's on there for show.
Yeah. So I think he does like this thing. We all do this thing at the computer, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm just looking down.
The hard part is I snore. So I
Same.
Yeah.
can't quite. I don't know if I snored and that's why I got caught back then.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
even now, like I can't do anything. Like if I doze off, and she'll be like, "You were asleep." I mean, no, I wasn't. You were snoring. Okay.
All right. Next one. Prearrange to bail out of a date.
Yeah. Not even not prearranged, but I've definitely arranged bailing on a date.
Yeah.
Like had a bailout system in case you needed to.
Yeah.
Whether it was set in place or it was always that emergency friend.
Oh yeah, I have friends that I mean, not present day because can't do anything. But if I go somewhere, I have the friend. They get the information just in case I'm murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. If you meet somebody, just text us, and we go to sleep late. So
that's true. That's true.
if you disappear,
yeah, Tim and Hugo would be good.
Yeah.
Put them in the phone for that.
Yeah.
We're gonna show up acting like the Americans because we've been watching it so much.
Yeah, with our new wigs.
With wigs and
toupee.
like a nose thing done.
I can't move to the west side because it will take too long, and I'll definitely be buried by then.
Oh, this is my thrifted cactus shirt. I don't know tie-dye things.
No, so I haven't been to Joshua Tree, but I imagine that's Joshua Tree at night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
love Joshua Tree. Love it.
Laura, have you done it? Have you bailed on a date
Oh yeah.
or prearranged bail?
Mm-hmm.
So what was your story? Did you have a friend text you or call you with an emergency?
Or did you have a pager system? Because it was
I
back in the
feel
day.
like, well, when I worked at Nordstrom, I would have a lot of dates like meet me at the Grove, and we would do that. And so I would have some of my like coworkers know that like if something like you're gonna be my out. But yeah, I mean, also though, like we live in the age of ghosting, and I definitely have been ghosted and ghosted. So I feel like that's kind of like the same thing.
Who ghosted you, Laura?
Yeah.
Such a catch.
Tell me who it was. We'll take care of it.
How rude.
I have a list.
I have also ghosted, so I feel like it's like karma waiting to happen.
Oh, I believe you've ghosted. You're like Casper over there. Laura will ghost you in a second. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Laura's like almost translucent in that way.
Oh my God. Marina. She prearranged to bail out.
Okay, what's our next question?
All right. Next up, we have.
Yeah,
broken something in the store and walked away.
for sure.
Sure
So-
did.
What was your story, Denali?
Huh? I don't know. I'm like probably every year there's probably something. It's just like you're fiddling with something. I mean, probably all the time when I was a kid, you fiddle with something and you're like, oh, snap. And then you're just like, just going to set that right back down there and I'm going to walk away. What'd you do, Blake?
I broke a snow globe. It was with my grandma when we were in Allentown, Pennsylvania, or Lancaster, Hershey Park, for those who are from PA or have been. I was in little Amish town and we were like getting little like things, trinkets. And I'm a tactile person. I touch everything in a store, which is going to have to change moving forward. But my grandma was like, don't touch it. You touch it. You got to pay for it.
Yeah.
What do? Touch, grandma.
Oh God, that one you can't even be subtle about.
So we didn't have to pay for it. They understood because I was a child. But my grandma has the look, and it's something like, like a stern, like I'm pissed.
That. Like I felt like I was doing something.
I wish you had like a wig you could have done because I felt like we could have just like seen your grandma's face in that,
It's like the Miranda in Devil Wears Prada, the lip purse, like the.
Yep. Yeah.
We're all doing it right now.
What about you, Laura?
Mine, I did one semi-recently. I was like going through the pictures at Goodwill, like all those things, and I was ruffling through them, and one just like slid out. And the worst part was I was filming a YouTube video at the time, so like I was like trying to do one of these and show stuff, and it just like slid out, and I was like, well,
Oops.
bye.
No, well, I mean, I've done it in other stores, but at Goodwill, it's happened where I'm like going through the hard goods, and I'm like, all right, and I tilt something over, and like I didn't realize that the bird's head was a lid, and it tips over, and it has no more beak. Something I look that up. Or I'd be like, ooh, let me get this like computer. When I pull this, boom, 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 the other stuff falls, and I'm like, put that back.
It's so easy to do though. The way they have everything set up, it's just so like it's waiting to happen.
I mean, to be honest, the thrift store is like the best place to break something because it's whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care.
For both parties, right? Like it's like not the end of the world. I was kind of waiting for Liz El Marnell to post something because Liz, love her, bless her heart, but she is so clumsy. She probably has like a billion stories. I don't even know if she could type one up in time, but yeah.
Well, and then so there's that, but
when we go anywhere, Hugo has to do this.
I forget I'm on the broader side, so I do this a lot to fit in a lot of things. And it's not that it's just I bump into people because I'm like a child walking. I hit corners of furniture all the time. And I've gone through and like hit something and rattled like a whole shelf of like glass things. So now I walk in with my hands behind my back, like little
like a little kid.
Yeah,
you put your hands in your pockets.
In my pocket. And she's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, I tell her, "I'm gonna break something. I need." Like Highland Park has really nice, like the hipster crystal, like handcrafted stores.
Yeah,
go in there, hands in my pocket because I'm gonna break something somebody took hours to make. And painted it with a single feather or something.
All right, next one. Never have I ever seriously tried to communicate with my pets to see if I could.
Oh, I've for sure done that.
I do that every day.
I talk to the animals
every day.
Talk to the plants.
I've done that. I've done that.
Absolutely. What have you guys done it?
Yeah.
Blake?
Yeah.
Laura?
Oh yeah.
I do it with pets that aren't even mine.
I know. I did it. Actually, I did it yesterday with a pet that wasn't mine. I went to the grocery store and I was just leaving and I look over because I'm like back up my car or whatever. And I look over and I saw a husky dog sitting in the backseat of somebody's car. And I rolled down my window immediately and I was like, "Hi, good boy. How's it going?" Just started talking.
I do this thing where I'll like look at the dog and I'll like look into the eyes and I like, "Are we having a moment?" As if it's a person.
We having a moment.
Oh my God, I'm so single.
Oh yeah. I was telling Laura, I was like, "Oh, my morning routine, I wake up, I greet Wasabi and Ginger, then I go and greet Moo and Batman, then I do my rounds with my plants and check them. I look at my plants' roots. I'm like touching their leaves to see how shiny they are. I open the door to our patio and I'm like, oh, the plants are still here.
And all the while Hugo's in bed like, oh, there goes that crazy little old Asian lady that I live with.
Yeah. Well, no, like I'll get up before her, start coffee, brush my teeth, have all that set up. Then I go straight to the computer to take care of some offers or whatever we're doing. And I just see her shuffle out of the bathroom after brushing her teeth and go around. And then she comes in, "Oh, good morning." Yeah, I often find myself arguing with the cats. And
I mean, listen, they understand us, right?
They can feel. Wait. So for anyone that has a dog, I saw this on TikTok. Don't laugh at me. It's silly. But for people who go to the bathroom and you leave the door open with your dogs and they come to you by your side, it's apparently them protecting you because they know you're vulnerable.
Yeah, our cats do the same thing.
Yes.
So for her. So our cats,
they don't care about you.
They rush. They're like, "Tiff's going to the restroom. She's gonna pee. We gotta protect her."
Yep.
And it's the same reason reversed why they will make eye contact with you while they're going to the bathroom. Like stop and stare at you.
Right? We're good. You got me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do that. I always wondered because I was like, it's so weird. I'm like staring Chauncey in the eyes while he cuts one off right now. So
it's like the most affectionate way that you can take care of them. So
sometimes I'm like
looking at me, like just staring.
Are you done with your business? Okay.
We were talking with Kim, and Kim says that her dog like will fart and like look at her and then walk away. And then after she gets hit with it, like, "Oh my God."
Oh yeah, my dogs will do that. But it scares them. So they'll fart and then they jump up and run away because they don't know what it was.
From themselves.
Yeah. Like, or at the end of the night, like for Chauncey, I'll be like, "Come on, Chauncey, come up the stairs." And he's like an old man. So it takes him a little while. And as he goes up the stairs, the whole way he goes, as he's hopping up the stairs.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I think they do understand us though. So
Yeah.
we're not
I'm
just
not wasting my time.
yeah, we're not wasting your time doing that.
No.
All right. Never have I ever laughed so hard I peed myself.
I mean, I don't know.
I've laughed so hard I've farted.
I farted.
Oh, farted? No. Blake's saying he pooped.
No.
Oh,
I said farted.
farted.
You're not always starting
You
rumors.
pooped yourself.
Rumors. I'm tired of rumors starting.
No, I remember as a kid cracking up with my brother and my dad watching something so hard that we fart, and then that starts to laugh again.
And then it's like guttural. It's like, and like you can't breathe, and you're like,
It's your aunts.
The women in my family, I don't think they're in the chat, and if they are, they barely speak English. They pee themselves every time they laugh.
Oh,
So hard.
but it's this like domino effect because it's his mom, and then there's like 4 sisters. So one will start hysterically laughing, pee herself. Then the other one will laugh at her for peeing herself, and then pee herself. It's cycle and it's like 5 women peeing and laughing.
There's a TikTok for all the people who said they have kids and they giggle, they pee. There's this TikTok of this woman who has the sexiest husband, by the way. On TikTok, they're in the grocery store. They had like 3 or 4 kids.
Saw
They
that.
say something. She's literally like peeing. Like it is a waterfall. And she's she's like dying laughing. And it's just all over the floor of the grocery store.
I did not see that one. I think I sent it to Laura on TikTok. It was a dog in the middle of someone's dining room, just standing there taking the longest pee. And they're like, "Why are you still peeing?" It's because we're talking whether you should look into having a dog or a cat. And I was like, "Well, look what this dog does."
Okay, so I saw that you guys sent me a TikTok, but I couldn't figure out what that like I was like, I'm still trying to learn the app. And so I keep getting messages that I'm like, is this part of the app or so? I haven't watched it yet, but now I know.
Learning curve.
There is a learning curve with it.
Yeah.
Is this,
Yeah,
well, it's
pee
blue.
money.
I thought it was golden. As long as it's not a golden shower after the conversation.
Denali never lets us down.
It has come.
Oh my! And before 7:30, that's the package I sent Blake. What'd you
11
get?
days.
Are you gonna
11
unbox it or
days.
no?
What?
Are you gonna unbox it for us later?
Not.
She's like,
not publicly. No.
Oh, okay, got it.
So I was texting Kim one day, and this is what happened. Her dog went halfway out the dog door, decided it was too cold, and then peed his backside in the dog door in the house.
Oh,
That's pretty funny.
that's sad.
All right. Have you ever congratulated someone who wasn't actually pregnant?
Oh, I feel like we talked about this in the last chat, didn't we?
I think so. I mean, I don't remember when. I know I've done it. But ever
don't think I have.
never did it again.
No.
I've witnessed people do it, but witnessing that taught me like just
To
never.
never do it.
Yeah, that's a road you don't go down.
I've worked in customer service jobs a lot in my life, and I've definitely called women sir on accident, or maybe vice versa of it. Like I've addressed somebody by the wrong gender before.
Now I just say like, "Hello, can I help you?" Instead of "Hey, miss" or "Hey, sir."
Right, exactly. Yes.
Or you
Instead
just
of like,
more casual and be like, "What up, dog?" You know, like
Yeah,
that.
homie.
Well,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I haven't worked retail.
What's up, bro? Oh,
I haven't done that, but when I was working the cash register for my family's restaurant, we get repeat customers like almost on a weekly basis. And this guy came in and his girlfriend wasn't there. And I was like, "Oh, hey, how are you? Where's your girlfriend today?" And the most awkward silence. "Oh, we broke up."
I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah,
And
but
he was like, "I'm not."
Oh.
Well, And then like 2 days later, his girlfriend comes in with her friends, and they are.
No, she came in with like a new guy.
Oh.
And I'm
Ooh, awkward.
Ooh, never gonna ask about
It was weird though,
other.
because that relationship, I was always like, what's going on here? Because she was like, she always dressed mini skirt, tube tops, and like she looked like an import model.
Mm-hmm.
And she was high energy, really nice.
And he was
really
like a downer. He was like Debbie Downer.
And I'd go bring food over, and he just was the grumpiest guy. So like, I wonder why it didn't work out.
I was like, I'm never gonna ask questions again. Ever.
Yeah.
Just you.
Yeah.
It's best not to.
All right. Never have I ever drank every day for a week. A whole week. 7 days straight.
I don't think so.
My entire family is watching this chat right now, by the way. So they're all sitting there going, yeah, we know.
They already know the answer for you, Laura.
Well, I mean, we've had 8 drinks. I don't know if it was every day of the week, though.
No, we've skipped days.
Yeah, because we'll have like one night we'll have a beer. Like today we'll have beer. Another night might have a glass of wine
Yeah.
to go with dinner. And other times we have like 3 margaritas.
I mean, well, I don't know if it was like for a full week. There was a period of time where we had to live with my parents while either remodel stuff was being done to our home or when they were building our new home. And we lived with them for like months, like many months, right? And it got to the point where I think I was drinking every night because it's you move out of your parents' house for a reason. You're not supposed to go back and live with them. And I love my parents, but I mean,
Yeah.
Well, correction. Chrissy made a good point. When we went up to Portland,
We probably did have a drink every day.
yeah,
I think
we had beer, we had craft beers, we had whiskey, we had moonshine.
there you go.
Which one of my favorite things of that trip was seeing Chrissy all done up, real pretty, making the awkward faces of having a sip of moonshine.
so. I don't know how many of you have tried moonshine. It is an acquired taste. It is definitely an acquired taste. It is.
Doesn't it just taste like straight like rubbing alcohol?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
It pretty much was.
Yeah.
I had it all.
Okay. Never have I ever binged on Netflix without leaving the house for more than 4 days.
I hope you all raise your hand at this point.
Wait, what? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I'm like, what now?
yeah. Everyone could be, and you could replace Netflix with Hulu, Disney Plus, whatever you got.
Just like all of them all together. Yes.
Yeah, just all of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like we're all binging something right now, right?
Yes.
I feel like collectively the entire United States / world can now say yes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Netflix and Hulu numbers, they're up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Never have I ever spent more than $20 on the dollar menu.
Like
Oh.
yeah, fast food.
No. No.
I don't think so.
I think
Because 20 things?
20 items.
Yeah,
That's
that's like
so
buying
much.
items.
That's a lot of Frito burritos. That's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
what is it, the bean cheese burritos.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
like
those are $1.
Oh,
You can't have 20 of those. That's a lot of two.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot. That's just like not healthy.
What else?
Never
Yeah,
have I ever lied about my occupation.
Oh, I
yeah,
feel like I probably have. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I feel like it for people who don't understand it. I'll just give them something kind of what it's supposed to be for
Mhm.
them. I'm not like, if I was like a waiter, I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, I'm a lawyer. Not like that. No.
What about you, Denali?
Yeah. I mean, like I've probably.
Like, have you lied about being a reseller and said you were something else? To
mean,
maybe sound more profesh.
I don't know if I have. I've maybe just said it different ways. It's funny, I actually had, like, not to get off track, but I did a podcast interview with somebody, this past week, and they talked about how just the whole, like, stigma of saying you're a reseller, or maybe self-imposed stigma of saying you're a reseller, because it's just like, it's a job people don't understand, and then they don't always necessarily take seriously.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we were just talking about how, you're hesitant to say it, or maybe early in the beginning of your journey, you're hesitant to say it. And I just said, joking about how sometimes I'll try and make it lighthearted, and I'll just be like, yeah, I sell trash on the internet. Cause it's like it's the funniest, simplest way to say what you do.
And it's kind of like beating them to their thoughts. Like
exactly.
Some people like think and don't want to say it out loud. Like, oh, so you sell trash and you say it. They're like, oh, well, okay.
Right. You're like, yeah. Cause then they're like, wait, no, it almost makes it more interesting. They're like, wait, no, what did you do? Like, what does that mean? And then you can be like, oh, as opposed to just being like, I sell things on eBay.
Yeah. Well, really, so like now we even use our reseller permit at like TJ Maxx and stuff, where we get to get tax exempt, because might as well. We're gonna sell it. Like it really isn't a lie. So we started using that more, and they have new rules, and we'll see what happens after all this. But early on, we'd go in to do RA, and we'd buy like 10 pairs of shoes, say. Yeah. It was early, so we had that like awkward, like we don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, they're like, "Why are you buying a lot of shoes?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna send this to Guatemala. I have family over there, and they want shoes."
I did that one time. Okay. I guess so in some roundabout way, yeah, I was shopping a Plato's Closet sale, and it was early on when I first started reselling, and I didn't want to say what I did because I thought they gave a crap, and they don't really give a crap. The girl was like, "Who is all this stuff for?" And I said it was for my family. But it was so much stuff. She's like, and she believed me, and she was like, "Wow, you have a really big family." I was like, "Yeah, I just like give them stuff." So bad. It was so bad. Like looking back, I'm like, I can't believe I've said that.
What about you, Laura? Have you ever lied about your occupation?
Yeah, and I feel like kind of along the same lines that you guys have said, where it's just like, yeah, I've been at Goodwill before, and they're like, what? Like, why are you what's with all this stuff? And
family is always the default, or my best friend, or
or I really like clothes.
I had somebody tell me that like, which I thought was like, oh, that's a good one to say, is that they said I'm a stylist.
Oh yeah,
because it's technically true, right?
I've actually had people out here.
I'm a stylist.
What'd you say, Laura?
I've had people out here think that that's what I did. When I told them that I sold on eBay, they were like, "Oh, I thought you," because like there's actually a lot of positions out here for people who are stylists for movie sets and stuff like that. Yeah. So people thought that was what I was doing.
Amber, you got a good out. You can feel confident saying sports.
Well, related to what Laura said, we were at a couple of the Goodwills down near LA. We'll see people walking around that are shopping with pulling their own rack of clothes because they're stylists for music videos and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's an acceptable one to say. Or I think the person also said that they say they're a personal shopper.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one. And actually pretty accurate. I mean, we personally shop for everybody on eBay.
Exactly. I personally shop thousands of items.
Yeah.
And if you want to feel like, oh, I bought this cheap and selling it for more money, they're paying you for your time of picking.
Totally.
Time of picking.
No different than what a personal shopper does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hello, like that's what we're doing right now. Are you talking about like our corporate jobs that we had, or
any job? And in our case, we're all in that. Well, I don't wear sweatpants. So
did you guys ever see? Did you guys see the meme of was it Good Morning America, or one of the morning like big news outlets where the guy was getting interviewed and he only wore the suit jacket?
Oh, and he had shorts on.
Yeah.
He just someone famous's son.
It's Christopher Reeve's son.
That's
Which is like, I was like, oh, is it a little bit weird? Because Christopher Reeve played Superman back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But then Christopher Reeve was not so famous, or sadly famously known for being paralyzed from the waist down, which his son appeared naked from the waist down.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of weird.
A little bit. It was like, how do you not see yourself in the camera? Or well, maybe because he's actually
like frame yourself.
Yeah.
Well, because I guess when they were like, supposedly like when they were testing him on camera, or like when it was set up, it had a banner similar to this. Yeah. So the banner was covering it. But then I guess halfway through the interview, the banner disappeared or something. And then you saw
No pants.
no pants. Yeah. Oops. I was kind of like, that's kind of amazing. I thought it was hilarious because it was just like, everybody's wearing no pants.
Yeah.
That's the proper Zoom attire.
Yeah.
All right. Never have I ever forgotten my significant other's birthday. That's
Everybody's birthday.
I think I know your birthday, Laura. Let me guess it. I know the month is September. I think it's.
I have to go back to see when we filmed our video, and then I know.
I think it's like either. I want to say it's between like the 15th and the 20th. I want to say as far as the 21st, but I don't think you're in the 21st.
It's between those days. I'll give you that.
Is it the 16th? Because I wanted to say the 16th.
No.
17.
No.
What is it?
The 18th.
We're gonna
Wait,
get.
what's your birthday? I don't know your birthday.
Mine?
Yeah.
August.
August what?
A number.
You're not gonna say the date?
I
Okay,
have
but you
to
don't have to say the date. You don't have to say it publicly. Are you? What's your zodiac sign? Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
Oh no! Like, can't you tell?
I'm forgetting what is
I
August.
don't know by the.
I'm a
August
Leo.
what?
I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo.
Oh, a Leo. Okay.
Rawr.
Grr. Grr.
Grr.
Have you ever forgotten Kyle's birthday?
I know.
Yeah.
I remember everything. Sadly, just useful and useless information.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's convenient.
Mhm.
What about you guys? Tiffany, Hugo, have you ever forgotten?
No,
I've known his birthday since we were 12.
it's
It's
hard to forget.
and then also at that time, like you didn't really have anywhere to store it, so you just had to remember these numbers, right? Like you had to remember each other's phone numbers, each other's birthdays, because you didn't have a handy dandy iPhone to plug it in.
Like even now, I know we grew up in a time where we had to memorize phone numbers, but I don't remember many phone numbers now. Like, do you guys know many phone numbers by? Yeah,
I do. I remember phone numbers. Well,
I have like family.
not
Yeah.
new phone numbers. Like I don't know any of your guys' phone numbers.
yeah. Like,
Oh yeah.
like her. I have her number, my number, my mom's number,
I remember my home phone number.
and
from
my
when I
home
was-
number when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because that was ingrained in my head. Like, don't forget your home number because you're gonna get kidnapped and turned into soap. That was the threat. I don't know why my family insisted on threatening that an old man was gonna turn me into soap.
It's like the weirdest one. That's probably because it's scary. Because who wants to turn into a bar of soap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Especially when you figure out how soap is made. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. And then as a kid, now I'm taking a bath or a shower, and I'm like, who is this?
Who is this?
Who is this?
All right.
Johnny?
Never have I ever hugged a stranger by accident.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
mean-
accidentally go in for a hug?
Like maybe if you come up from
Like
behind.
you thought it was. I've witnessed someone walk up to someone and put their arms around a waist of someone that they thought was their significant other. And it was so awkward to witness because she literally almost turned around and socked him. And I was like, whoa.
Oh no, that's
No,
funny.
this was in high school. We would go with my friends to the Not Scary Farm. And if you've ever been to any of those, not like the horror mazes, it's crazy packed.
Yeah.
So one moment, we were, you're moving like this, and I had my arm like, okay, so we're gonna go here, right?
Yeah.
And I moved here to here because I was like playing telephone for our plans to which the maze we're going. Then they told me, no, we're gonna go here. Then I turned around, I was like, no, we're gonna go. And I was like, oh, I don't know you, because the line had moved in the crowd, and I got random person.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Whoops.
I don't remember doing it, but I awkwardly hugged somebody because I thought they wanted a hug. Like recently, it was I took Oliver to the dentist, and the dentist walked in the door, and you're like real friendly with this person that you only see once every 6 months. You're like, oh, hey. So she came in all like friendly, and I thought she was coming in for a hug. Like she started coming at me. And so I'm a hugger. So I'm receptive to that. So I stood up out of my chair and I went in and hugged her. And she literally said to me, she goes, oh, I wasn't going to hug you, but okay.
Awkward.
I was like, oh my God.
So awkward. So awkward.
Oh,
And Oliver was like just chilling there, like.
I mean, like I've definitely reached the point in life where it's like if that was my mom, I'd just be like, just please put me in the ground. This is so embarrassing. Like,
so depends. Was this at 342?
Yeah. Okay. So I was telling Tiffany and Hugo that my nephew, who is a funny little fellow, who pretends to not like me, but does like me. He just plays hard to get. He came and stayed with us for the weekend back in February, and I was like, I'm just gonna, because he never wants to like hug or be affectionate or anything or play around. He's very like, doesn't like being made fun of, any of that stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna like break this kid down. You know what I mean? But like in a fun way. Like I'm just gonna make him love me. So I was like, I'm gonna just do weird stuff just so he can be like, what the heck is this lady doing? So at one point I came out of like my office or something. Everybody was in the loft, playing with like Legos or something like that. And I go, oh, attention, everyone. It's time for the 3:42 p.m. hug. Everyone gather around. And so I was like, come on, Kyle and Oliver. So everybody gathered around and we started hugging, and we looked down at my nephew and we're like, and he's looking at us like, just like, what's happening? And I was like, come on, get up. And he got up begrudgingly to like hug us. But I mostly just wanted him to go back and tell his parents, like, they do weird stuff. They do a 3:42 p.m. hug.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that you said that Oliver just, without missing a beat, was like, sure. Like he just.
Yeah. Oh no, he was down for it. He was like, oh yeah, let's do this. Let's weird
That's
this kid
adorable. I am not a hugger. I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We hug you every time we see you.
You're a little rusty with your hugs, Laura.
I do the whole like.
And I come in.
Same. I'm like, come on, bring it in.
I think Denali, the first time I met you, you went in for a hug, and I was oh man, she's a hugger.
Yep. I was like, I'm gonna break her down. Maybe literally too. With Laura, hugging Laura's like this. Just keep rapping.
Laura
and I were talking this week, and I was like, we were talking about how Laura's the ultimate catfish. Like we were saying that if you went to Posh Fest, people would be so disappointed because Laura's like pushing 5 foot.
5'1" on a good day.
5'1" on a good day.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Never have I ever got something for free and pretended like I bought it and gifted it to someone else.
Duh.
Yeah,
Of course.
I have.
Yeah.
Pretend I bought it and
Have you ever re-gifted something?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We're all frugal.
100%.
Resellers.
Like, I can't think of just one example. There's literally so many.
Tons.
Especially if it's not something I'm going to use. Thank you so much. Put that in the pile for someone else.
And oftentimes, like, this is going to be gifted. Wait, I'm not even going to get out of this bag because I'm going to keep this bag and gift it in the same bag at some point.
Or sell it. Or sell it.
Or sell it.
Oh, for sure. I've resold stuff. It's funny because like growing up, my mom in one of our closets, she had like a whole like bin full of like gift items, like on deck. Like it was candles or stuff like that. That it was just like the gift. Lotion.
The little Bath and Body Work lotions that no one actually uses.
My mom would have from Costco. She'd buy the birthday or like greeting cards packs, and she would have that.
Oh yeah, like the ones that were
generic. Yeah. That had like just random, and she would always have one. Whose birthday is it? Here, take this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we had cards. My mom had like all that stuff on deck.
Oh, we had like a bunch of gift cards. like Starbucks gift cards that were here. But you know, it was like Christmas time and we got gifts from people we weren't expecting to get gifts from. So then we had to gift them back. So then it was like pulling from our gift card stash to gift the people who gifted who we weren't expecting to gift us.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just give them empty gift cards. Because, like, who's going to come back and be like, hey, so there wasn't anything on it?
Yeah. Somebody will.
A reseller would. A reseller would come back and be like, yeah, where's my $5?
Yeah.
Be like, how much was on this gift card? I tried to use it, but it didn't.
No, I put it on there. Yeah, I put the money on there for you.
Ooh, yeah. Need to write who you gifted that item so it doesn't return by accident to the same person.
That's a good, because we've had that conversation. Like, are we gonna give this back to someone? They give us this? I don't think so. And then we're like, no. And then later we gift it back, or not gift it back, but we give them a gift. And what happens is, like, they gave us a gift in that bag that we get that gift, and we're like, oh, we're just recycling. We didn't give you the same gift. It's just the same.
Right.
Oh yeah, Lindsay, 639.
That means it was used.
I like that. Here's this mostly unused gift card, $10 for coffee.
Oh my God. I'd be mortified.
Oh, yeah. She knows what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had an aunt growing up that I still have her as an aunt, that she would send me a birthday card. This is awful. It happened year after year. Bless her heart. But she would send me a birthday card, and it would always say, like, hey, happy birthday. We love you. All this stuff. Your gift is coming separately. And it would be for birthdays and Christmas. I never would get the gift. I'm not joking. It happened for like 4 years straight. I don't know if my parents finally told her, but
yeah. But it's also this thing where you can't completely be like, "Where's my gift?" Because
my parents would never say anything. You know what I mean? But
also, was it being sent to the wrong address by accident?
I have no idea.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Angry Owl.
Yes.
I still love it. It's Angry Owl, but she has
super
a
dance, Blake.
her picture.
Blake, super dance for a super chat.
Super dance for a super chat. Super dance for a super chat. Super dance for a super chat.
Stretch, Blake.
What?
Lead us in another stretch.
Okay, ready? Okay, everyone. We're gonna take our arms up and hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna bring our arms to our sides. 3, 2, 1, and we'll go back up. 3, 2, 1, and then we'll bring our hands together and we'll come down into a yoga namaste pose. 3, 2, 1.
Have you in the yoga classes where they tell you to what's that breathing?
Fire breath.
Oh yeah, fire breath. Where they make like the really loud breathing noise.
I'm so immature. I'm in that class with her, and they're like, "And breathe," and I'm like,
oh my God.
Oh, that's hilarious. No more questions?
We're done.
We just picked that up. We picked that the cleaner.
Yes.
We had to clean those questions up.
So Never Have I Ever is definitely an adult game. So as I was going through the questions, I'm like, ooh, SDX. And there's another SDX. I'm like,
and she'll be like, wait, what's this? Nope, can't ask.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I have to ask about something yesterday that I won't repeat on here because I don't know the terminology for some things that like Urban Dictionary would have to teach me because I was sheltered.
Yes.
So there were some names for things on cards. I was like, "Hey, what's this?" And I just see him look at me.
I take a breath. And I start explaining.
I mean, and that says a lot between the two of you guys, like her being sheltered and then Hugo actually knowing. Like,
he knows all the things. And I'm over here like, How do you know that? Who taught you that?
Well, we joke around, but like growing up, there was I was. It's not that I was a street kid, but I'd go out. Whether family's in here or not, I'd sneak out of the house. I'd park my awesome station wagon up the street so that I could sneak out and jump the fence from our house. So I can sneak out all night. So we'd joke and we'd hear things. And
Station wagon. Oh my gosh.
If I could buy that station wagon right now, that would be my reselling wagon.
Okay, what was your
Subaru? Was it Subaru?
My first car, and I'd buy again, was a 1987 Camry station wagon in pink with interior beige brown and incorporated overdrive buttons that did nothing but make you feel like a fighter. Like
what is overdrive?
It did nothing.
It did absolutely nothing. What was your first car?
Who?
You.
I had a 98 Chevy Prism that I did not get to choose.
Yeah, I didn't choose.
I was like, I'm going to buy a car. And my grandpa told me which one I was going to be buying that day when we were signing the paperwork for it.
I drove my parents. Well, they gave it to me. I think at some point, they gave it to me or I was just driving it. No, maybe I was just driving theirs. Anyway, sorry. It was a Nissan Altima. And then they finally got me my own car, which was a Mitsubishi Eclipse that I basically kind of messed up when I was living in LA.
Was it?
You had the Fast and the Furious car.
Did you have it neon green too?
Did I have what?
A neon green Mitsubishi.
No, but it was a fun car to have because it had all those like fun features of like the late 90s ish. Like if I turned on my lights, then the lights came up like this.
Oh, you had right before flip lights got discontinued.
And then it also like the seatbelt would come back, the auto seatbelt.
Yeah, my Camry did that.
Yes, I miss those features, but
no, I would tell. So the Camry was our family. I think now now the whole family, everyone has Priuses, but before everyone had Camrys of different years, but they were all Camrys. So that's how I ended up with my first one.
What'd you have, Laura?
I had an Acura RSX.
Oh shit! Taki mushrooms.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice.
Trying not to swear. Sorry.
Amber had a white minivan. That's awesome.
Well, in college, I ended up with I had that van, and then when I started college, I had the station wagon. They gave me a Nissan Quest minivan that barely worked.
Oh yeah, Hugo drove a minivan for a while.
Actually, that was my prom car. I showed up in prom in an old minivan, and won prom king in that.
Ooh, no big deal. Throwing that in.
Yeah, everyone showed up in limos. I showed up with my friends in a minivan.
Oh
Blake, were you prom queen or king?
Did
not mean to say that.
No, I was not. I was on homecoming court, and we did for proms. We did something different every year, and for my year as a senior, because I did not grow up in a school where like you went to prom other years, like you only went as a senior.
Yeah.
So for my senior year, we did everybody, guys and girls, did those little Avon lipsticks, and you kissed a piece of paper, and we judged the cutest kiss on the paper, and so people won, and it was like totally random.
So did your kiss win?
No, it did not.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Laura, were you prom king? I mean queen? Just kidding.
No, I was not very like high school involved in anything.
Laura didn't go to high school.
Did you go to high school? That was my question. Did you go to high school?
I even asked my parents if I could skip my graduation. I was like, I don't even want to like.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, I'm over this.
I loved school.
Speaking of graduation, I know it's on the not so much fun side. Does anyone know their kids are doing any kind of digital graduations?
Oh, Kim's got one.
Yeah.
Isn't Oprah giving some sort of address? Is it for the colleges or the high school? I don't know. I thought she was doing some virtual commencement.
Oprah does do all the things.
Yeah, she does. And I heard that there was like that petition for Obama. I don't know if one of you guys told me that.
All I know is I could not imagine not being able to graduate in person. That college or high school. Okay, that would really devastate
college
me.
one would really bum me out because I'm like, I paid for this. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it's like amongst all your peers that you've worked in your, in your curriculum for with your professors, and it's like we had 2 graduations.
Okay.
I mean, Oprah is from Chicago, right?
Mm.
So that makes sense. High school district commencement speech.
Yeah, I've seen some like on TikTok. Like I saw this one and it was like an empty auditorium, but they were letting the kids go on stage and like walk through like a decorated stage. This was like a high school one, I think.
Yeah.
But then like it panned out to the crowd and like it was like a theater, like a high school theater or something like that. And then the theater was empty. So I'm guessing it was being like broadcast.
Okay, yeah.
my sister just texted me and said John Krasinski is doing the graduation stuff.
Wait, does that mean your sister's watching?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. My entire family is watching.
We love Laura's family.
My sister and her husband.
Hey, Laura's family, if you're here, put an eggplant in the chat.
Even if you're not a family, go ahead and do it too.
I won't tell my parents to watch. Actually, if I told my parents to watch, they'd be like, okay, and then they would not.
My mom will be like, oh, send me the link. I want to see you guys live. And then she'll just like, oh, you guys, está bien bonito. Like, did you listen? No, Tiffany se ve bien bonita. Tiffany looks very pretty.
And then
like, thank you, Mom.
What about your mom? What about your mom, Blake? Does she watch?
This probably not because it's 10:45.
Yeah.
She does watch my YouTube videos, but this maybe she'll catch later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
I always say in my haul videos, like if I'm holding something up because I buy a lot of mature brands that my mom would like, I'll hold it up and I'll be like, my mom would love this, but she doesn't watch my videos, so she'll never get to see it.
My mom will ask if she can have some of the stuff from my haul videos.
I mean, you do have good stuff, so your mom has reason to.
Maybe for customers that'll try it on and then be like, oh, never mind.
There you go. We got one.
Family members.
That's my sister's husband. That's hilarious.
See, I knew they would respond well to it.
And not just one eggplant.
No,
5 eggplants.
Maybe it's because it's 5 people watching from one computer.
There you go. They're all huddled around in hazmat.
Well, they do have 3 dogs, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. 2 of them and 3 dogs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else we got to talk about?
Kim, what state are you from?
Kim's in Riverside.
She's
in LA.
Oh, Riverside is now June 15th. Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Well, I kind of, I've kind of already talked to you guys about it, but we can talk about it publicly. Is that Washington, our governor just announced the stay-at-home order has been extended till May 31st. Yeah. But he did also say in his announcement, he's like, I'd love to tell you that you can make reservations for somewhere on June 1st, but don't. Like basically saying like, I might come back in like 3 weeks and tell you we've extended it. So I know that your guys' is till May 15th, but I'm curious.
Well, Newsom even put out a press release saying that they were going to announce soon, within the week, their plans to reopen at least, and like what steps they're taking to ease into it.
Well, that's how our announcement kind of was starting out, but then still had an extension.
Yeah,
I think ours is going to be extended because the deaths and the infections are still going up. The percentage is technically less, but the numbers are still going up. The ratio.
Yeah. I think we've quietly started opening non-essential factories here, though. Like, I think stuff in Los Angeles is starting to ship again.
Yeah. Yes, Jeffree Star Cosmetics is doing. Is that who you're referencing?
Because of Jeffree Star, like.
But it's like it's literally. It's probably like no joke. It's probably like 20 people. Like it's like a fraction of business personnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. The numbers go up. So I don't know.
Don't get me
Yeah.
started on Georgia. Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw the comment about Georgia. I'm in downtown Atlanta. They opened up Georgia. Worst decision. No one is wearing a mask or following rules. But
And that's why you had 1,000 cases in 24 hours the second that happened.
that was insane. When I saw that news story, I was like, oh my gosh, 1,000.
And that's just confirmed. You know,
Yeah,
like
confirmed.
Right.
because how many people, you know, like we said, one of my best friends, he's out in a small town and he got it and he quarantined himself, but he self-diagnosed himself, and it wasn't until like he was already coming to recover from it that he was able to get tested and confirmed.
Yeah, how many? And then for the asymptomatic people,
Yeah,
like they have it, but they don't know, and they're never going to get tested because they're asymptomatic.
I mean,
Chris said Florida stopped reporting?
Yeah, they're like tweaking their numbers or something.
What does that even mean?
They're
Tweaking their numbers.
Probably bad. That's what that means.
or yeah, probably them saying like we won't report if the number is getting worse.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yard sales and estate sales were open.
No.
Oh no.
My grocery store, I won't say specifically where. We can talk about it after, but 16 confirmed cases of positive results for what's going on Thursday.
What in their store of their
in
employees?
their store of their employees. 16.
Oh,
So I'm like,
awful.
no, thank you.
Oh, that's so awful.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
The
that's crazy.
resellers helping resellers. If you are not aware of it, the application is in Girly Girl Styles Instagram.
Yes, it sure is.
And I just sent Tori some fun new fabric.
Oh yeah, and Denali
For the mask.
Yeah, so if you want superhero masks. Tori is making some superhero masks right now.
You got yours from them that was sent requested by Kim.
Yes, this girl.
Gracious.
Yeah, I was talking to Kim yesterday, and last week we were talking about her mom's nursing facility. Now it's 6 within 5 days.
Where my grandpa was supposed to be transferred to, he's not because 10 confirmed cases.
At the place he was going to go to?
Yeah, it was a veteran's home. It is a veteran's home, rather.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
Oh.
Wait,
I mean, I'm looking at in LA. We had the big protest that went on in Huntington Beach, whatever.
Like there was like 1,000
crazy.
of people.
Yeah.
And my thing with that is this whole thing takes about 2 to 3 weeks to show. So in 2 to 3 weeks, we might see an influx in numbers because
of those fools.
Yeah.
I hate going to the grocery store now.
Same. I don't want to go do that.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And it's weird because for you guys, you said that you have to wear masks in the grocery stores.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that way yet here. And so it's like this really weird thing of like half the people are wearing masks and half the people aren't. I don't know. It's strange because then it makes you feel like, you're like, which one of us is crazier?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, groceries for us, we've definitely been stocking enough for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I still go. I really do just go once a week for fresh produce.
Same.
But early on, we went and did a big, heavy, we say protein, but it's basically all our meat. And we got all that and froze it. And then we recently went again together, again for a big haul.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're still very limited.
I did, for anyone who maybe didn't see it, I did an interview this past week with an Instacart driver, and it was pretty interesting. Like if you're not worried about going out and you need to make some good money, Instacart is a really great option for income right now. The person that I interviewed, she's doing it extremely part-time, like maybe 3 hours, 3 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. 24
hours or total.
Yeah, not that much work. And she showed me 1 week's earning, and it was like $850. I mean, that's pretty good money.
Yeah.
And the one tip that she gave that I was like, that is like a really good tip. So for anybody listening, and it was to sign. So even if you're flirting with the idea of doing it, sign up and do the steps. It doesn't mean you have to go out and fulfill orders, but she's been hearing and finding from other people she's recommended it to that when they go on the app to sign up, it's actually shut off because too many drivers have signed up in that area. However, if you get your application, like if you just go in and do the process and get accepted, should you decide to do it later, you'll be able to. So,
yeah. And I mean, for everyone out there that's itching to break and stop this stay at home,
yeah,
it's an opportunity for those people to go and cash in.
Exactly. Yeah. Chrissy said Ari just started this week. She's making $100 in 4 hours.
$100 a day for about 4 hours.
Wow.
Well, don't forget, with all these contractor jobs, don't forget it is $100 for 4 hours, but don't forget taxes. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not,
Right.
it's not super like.
It's not straight 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't forget taxes. Don't forget the taxes.
And
Yeah,
with
that's
the
very
people that jumps in to do it, take it on like a business and keep track of mileage, keep track of gas
Yeah.
expenses. If you buy cleaning
Meals.
your car, say, keep
Yeah.
that like so that you can keep more of that $100.
Yeah.
Well,
You
and
can't-
like Chrissy said too, she's getting big tips. And I think also what's kind of good too is that some people are getting cash tips, which, I mean, Uncle Sam may or may not see that.
Right.
If you want to talk about the tax part of it. So depending on what sort of hustler you are.
My mom always would, like, when my mom uses any of the shared like Uber or Lyft,
Yeah.
she cash tips her drivers for the same reason.
Yep.
Yeah, smart. I mean, it's like cash tips are great until somebody needs to file for unemployment. Yeah. So, but
Yeah, but my mom used to work at a nail salon. So anyone that does go do their nails, all the nail people, when they are back in business, they appreciate the cash tips because the owner takes, I think it's normally like a 60-40 split at the nail salons. So when you go, the owner gets 40% and then the person working gets 60%, and that's usually the split.
Yeah.
So normally they want the cash tip, but the younger generation normally does the tip on the card.
Because
Right.
the card goes in and that's part of their split.
Yeah, like if you put the tip on your card, they just take the 60%
Out of the whole transaction for that day. For your
oh,
I-
good to
it's a
know.
cash
Yeah.
business.
I didn't realize that, but that's good to know. I will bring cash from now on.
when it comes
I
out.
mean, you're for appointments tomorrow, right?
I know. Well, Blake and I were talking today, and I go, listen, I'm going to stay at home. There's nothing I need to leave the house for, but dang, it would be so nice to have a pedicure.
The mani pedi.
Little mani-pedi, like,
My
Oh.
nails look the best they ever have.
I was going to say, your nails look really
earlier,
good.
I saw you do something. I was like, damn.
You want to know why they look so good? It's
'Cause you're not digging in the
bins.
Exactly. I'm like, not me. I was digging through a bin yesterday, and they were like all brown.
I thought about getting a manicure kit and just doing some. Maybe I'll do a dip powder. I don't know.
something.
Please
Something.
do a dip.
Join her for a pedicure while she does her mani-pedi, and I'll get a pedicure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've tried talking my husband into doing one, but he.
I do my own stuff.
Oh.
I could do it. I could do it just the same. I do love though when you go and get your feet. They put that stuff. And then
Yeah.
it like melts your feet and everything just goes away. Not that I have.
Wait, what stuff? Like
It's
to get
like
the
it's
calluses
usually
on?
like
Yeah, the
it's
cow.
like a yellowy kind of liquid, and they usually let it soak
Yeah, they
for like
put it in
a
saran
minute.
wrap, a little sandwich.
Yeah.
Sandwich.
I don't know.
You know what I wish they had here
Thank you, Laura.
is fish pedicures. Have any of you had a fish pedicure?
No.
I want to try it.
You've done one?
I've done it twice. I did it once in Mexico, and then I did it once in China. It is like the most amazing thing. Like, one, it tickles, so it's like really fun for the experience.
I died.
Yeah, you might die if you're like too ticklish on your feet. But my foot, you take your foot out, and it's like your skin is like a newborn baby.
Love it.
They just like the little fish come up, and they just like they suck the callus off. Sorry if that's like too graphic or whatever, but even Oliver did it. It's on my vlog, my other channel. I put up a video and it's Oliver and I doing a fish pedicure. There wasn't much to probably eat on his feet. He has baby skin already, so.
I do my own mani-pedis. Like, I honestly do a just as fine job. I also upkeep my grooming on a regular weekly basis. So like, it's not like I don't have any calluses because I take care of everything. I have scrubs, I have lotions, potions, cuticle removers, the orange stick pusher backers. Like, I've got that all on lock. I have nice feet. I'm not going to show them here. That's creepy, but like, you know.
Hey guys,
Show us a toe.
Just a toe.
One toe.
I have thought about selling my feet, like making feet pics and selling them because
Do it for the super chats right now.
For $5, Blake will show his feet.
No, at a zero, honey. 50,
For $10, he'll show both feet.
No, $5 a toe. $5 a toe.
Like,
Okay, $5 a toe.
in socks. He's gonna be like, not for $5. You get them in socks.
Or hold on, wait, $20. He won't show his feet at all. No.
Oh my god, love it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, my OnlyFans page.
What is it?
Chrissy, OnlyFans.
Oh.
There's.
What is OnlyFans? I've seen that. What is it?
Oh my god, it's basically PORN.
It's like fitness people who have accounts. They'll have like a separate account where they
show their assets.
It's not just that. Like on their fans only page, the fan will request to buy their dirty sock. Like one sock.
Well, there's that, but no, like a lot of times the fan only, it really is like they'll have, it's kind of like a Patreon.
Oh my god, I am not showing my toe.
Oh, $5. You got to show a toe.
I'm not doing that. I'm so uncomfortable.
Show a toe. Go first.
Oh my god, I wish I had hot dogs. I could just like stick it up in frame. I feel very attacked. I feel very attacked right now.
I can do that.
This is the part of the chat that starts getting weird.
But you gotta watch till the end, people. You gotta.
Oh my god.
Our family is cut out by now.
Oh my god. Eggplant, if you're still here.
Yeah, eggplant, if you're still here. Come on, just give us a little toe.
No.
Show us a piggy.
Poor Blake, he's getting so peer pressured right now.
I don't even listen. Here's what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my foot.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. We got a little something.
Oh,
Show you my heel. Wait,
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Right there.
Wait, so you are you telling us that you'll dance on Instagram for free, but you won't show us a toe?
People are very weird about feet, and
he's like,
The
I know
internet is
where to
really
get to them.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Wait, okay, so are there any resellers on this OnlyFans thing? Who's gonna be the first reseller who goes on there?
fan only. It's literally a Patreon, so you could do like level 1 means you can have access to a private gallery of pictures.
well, there's like a couple different sites, and you know, I'm in the community of where a lot of people do this. But there's OnlyFans. There's Just for Fans. I've not heard of what fans only.
It's on the same ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's basically a way so that like it stemmed truly from PORN actors getting like the short end of the stick with the studios for money. Like it was like a 30-70 split, them 30, studio 70.
Like
So they were
stick, right? Or
Yeah, what kind of stick is it?
it's about a 9-inch stick. Okay.
oh my god, my whole family can just sign off now. Get out of here.
But drop an eggplant if you're still here.
Drop an eggplant. No, but really, so they started to just they made a website where they could put their own content and charge people a monthly subscription. And these people, these actors, these performers, models, they make like, you can make a lot of money. I'm talking like a salary in a month from all this stuff. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And they have different sections where it goes from like this level monthly gets pictures, this level gets pictures and videos. This one gets pictures, videos, and a live once a month chat you can join. It's not just it, but
it's like a Patreon.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
It's a naughty Patreon. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Naughty Patreon. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Strip quick and button.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That is
well,
so good.
first off, everyone's seen, if you went to eBay Open 2019, you saw Sell Quick, Strip Quick. He was up on stage stripping.
You need to thumbs up right now. There's 89 of you people here, okay? You need to thumbs up for Sell Quick, Strip Quick, and Bunyan Blake. Okay?
And Bunyan Blake. Is that made the
our new thumbnail?
I feel like the Bunyan reminds me of like, what is it, Paul Bunyan?
Oh my god, yeah.
You think of a lumberjack?
Oh my god. Lori, what did I just walk into?
Showed up.
Lori.
A lot of things, Lori.
A whole lot of fun.
What is going on?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
These are boring socks. I have much more fun socks. Oh, that's what I could do. Bunyan Blake. I could do like.
You're hilarious.
Love it, Eric. Love it.
Oh my gosh.
Where's the $5 super chat, huh?
Oh, Eric. What does Laura have to do? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Laura has to drop a $5 super chat so Eric doesn't tell something embarrassing about you.
or
connected, so I don't know how to do it.
Maybe for $5 super chat, we can finally actually have someone answer the long questioned Poshmark statement. Can you model those shoes?
Who has shoes around them? Who hasn't worn shoes in a week? No.
You can add an additional $5 to request a modeled pic.
Oh, hey Manish.
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Oh my god.
I know you like shoes. How about feet?
Listen, if there was like a button that said like it was multiple quantity, so it's like for $5 they got to see a picture of my foot in it, but it wasn't like public, like you had to buy it and then you could get it, I'd be game.
You'd be like,
you know that
feature into a fan only.
You know that feature is going to get taken advantage of. There's going to be like girls modeling bikinis in the video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's it not going to get creepy with the videos? How is it not going to get creepy?
Exactly. All these private, videos you get to send on there.
Yeah. I just read about a guy.
Listen, if someone wants my dirty stuff.
Yeah, there was this girl that does reselling and a lot of other stuff on TikTok, and she sold her bathwater.
Oh.
Yep.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, genius.
That's disgusting.
Okay,
She's
so
also, wasn't she like a gamer and stuff like that too? Wasn't she in that one?
Well, no, there's some other gamers that have been buying bathwater. She became big on Instagram/TikTok and then decided to try to sell her own bathwater, and it worked because she has billions of followers. But I know like in the gaming world, like Twitch, people will buy some of those girls' bathwater.
Yeah, Twitch is another realm that it's like
Blake,
friends only.
Blake, you have a request.
Blake's face.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
Blake,
it here.
just a little.
I didn't mean to. Knuckle look like a dog.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So the stinky shoe thing. So that's like this whole market on eBay for people who aren't eBay sellers or just weirdos in general. There's just
who aren't weirdos.
Who aren't weirdos. There's this whole market on eBay for smelly shoes, and how to find them is there's a specific keywords. It's called well worn.
Oh yeah.
So you have to put well worn in your title. And sometimes people do it on accident because that is just also a descriptive way to, describe an item is to say well worn. But if you put well worn in a title unintentionally, you will soon find out you have entered into a new market of buyers. And the items you might be selling, like, for instance, because I've seen this before, an old pair of Keds sneakers that look beat up. You will start getting questions like, were these worn by you? How long did you wear them? Before I purchased them, can you go out for a run in them? Or can you walk? Yeah. And it's also, so I joked with some friends of mine and I was like, yeah, this is like a thing. It's a business that people run. I joked and they were like, we're going to do it. We're going to set up an account. And they did. And they set up an account. It's technically not really encouraged or allowed on eBay.
Yeah, well, because you can sell used shoes. But if you sell used shoes because they are used and that's what makes them valuable, then it's like shame.
Yeah, that it's not okay or appropriate. So there's this apparently the market for well-worn shoes, sellers, it's extremely competitive. And so they got their listings like flagged immediately by other well-worn sellers, likely. Oh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're like, I have my stakes in the heels. Get out of the heel department. You can.
No, it kind of is, because if you search completed listings, you'll see these like beat up old Keds shoes for well-worn, and they'll be like $300.
So do they show the person modeling themselves in the shoe?
Yeah. So you like.
I've seen some accounts that do that.
Yeah. And sometimes like they'll show their toes in it.
I think the worst one that I've seen is there's one that it's like a ballerina school that they're claiming to be.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And it's they use the ballerinas like from the school to model the shoes. And the prices are astronomical. So I'm like, you guys are shady.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, okay, so Tony says that they did it, but were you doing it intentionally for the well-worn market, or?
It just happened. Because I also, related to that, if you have children's shoes that you accidentally say well-worn, you'll get it taken down.
Oh, right.
Because if you're innocently saying, like, these shoes are well-worn or whatever, you just happen to describe it that way because they're your kids' shoes.
Yeah.
We've heard other people message us that they took down their listings for that reason. Because it's too easily falls into that category.
I bet you it's the same though on Poshmark. Like, I've never looked up well-worn on Poshmark, but it's probably on there and it's probably less police. Yeah, because they probably aren't aware of it as much, or I mean, just in general, you know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit, it's a little more Wild West over there.
Feed and all I see are butt cracks and boobs.
For what?
On Poshmark. But it's like the modeled pics of like a bikini.
It's not because of me, I swear. I didn't do it.
But it's
I know we share the account, but it's not me.
But I'll just see like the first picture is like a bikini top, except all it covers is the nips, and then it's just like boobs in the camera, and I'm like, oh, what are you selling?
Or some of them that was like all boobs, and they're selling a small choker, but it's all boobs.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that too.
Aren't they like stock photos though? Right? They're not
No, not always. It's like an actual reseller
because they're not great lighting.
Tony said that she did it, or he. Sorry, I don't know who you are. Tony said they did it because they were selling well-worn for the purposes of well-worn.
Sometimes you got to get your money. That works.
Yep. No
I don't do enough running to be able to sell more than half a pair.
I mean, the truth is, all you could do is just like go to the bins. There is well-worn shoes there.
Yeah, but clearly that market is cutthroat. So it's like you think it might be easy, but like you still got to.
That's why everyone runs for the shoe bins.
That's right.
For the well-worn shoes.
Look at Kim said she did some sold searches right now and found a crappy pair of flats for $40. No, 40 bids, $107.
Stop it, creepos.
Yeah, it's for real. It's a real market.
Listen, whatever knocks your socks off.
Hey, creepy money still pays our bills too. So.
Yeah, right?
Their dollars are
It all spends the same.
yeah.
That's
But with
hilarious.
that amazing bombshell of a conversation we're ending here. Toenails. It has there it is.
There it is.
Wait, is that a toe? No, it's not. It's his finger.
With that, we've been on here for more than 2 hours. So I think
All right.
we can wrap up and go grab a bite to eat and think about dirty shoes.
I don't want to think about dirty shoes.
Everybody's going to go down that
I'm
rabbit hole.
gonna think about dirty shoes.
But thank you everyone for joining us.
Yes,
and
thank you for our super chats and give us
thumbs
a
up.
thumbs
How
up.
many thumbs up are we at right
Yeah, how
now?
many thumbs up?
Oh, Blake, you gotta sing us into we're at 51.
51?
I see 55. Okay, so we have 87 watchers. and we
92.
need- Let's
I
get
don't know.
let's get to 80. We're gonna get to 80 likes, okay? And we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. We're going to 80 likes. 80 likes. We're going to 80 likes. 80 likes. What you doing? 80 likes. What you do? 80 likes. We all 80 likes. 80 likes. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. My neighbors can hear me. Thumbs up. I can. Thumbs up. My neighbors thumbs up. You thumbs up? We thumbs up. Yes, we thumbs up. And we tie. Go. Yes, we thumbs up. And we tie.
We're at 70. Keep going.
And we thumbs up. Yes. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up. Thumbs up the video. Boop. Thumbs up the video. Boom. Thumbs up the video.
Drop an eggplant.
Family, where you at? Thumbs up the video.
Come on, Las Vegas. Come on, Viva Las
Where
Vegas.
you at,
Drop an
Vegas?
eggplant.
Drop an eggplant.
Yes, we had 80.
Are we at 80?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Appreciate everyone and
People are going to thumbs down to keep you out of the 80. My phone says 79. Come on.
My screen says
I think it's at 80 now.
Is it 80?
Yeah.
and
Yes. It's just it's laggy.
Someone just thumbs down. You mother.
How rude. How rude.
Listen, we still win. It's interaction. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the algorithm boost. It works both ways.
Algorithm. The algorithm.
But thank you everyone. We'll see you next Saturday at Blake's
Or Laura if she wants to take it.
with some toes.
Blake is just going to videotape his toes next time.
Stop.
It's going to be all the little
Saturday Night
piggies.
Live well-worn edition.
Get your coins together. I'll if I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this.
you're scared,
All
yeah,
right.
because you know they will.
If the coins are right, I will I don't know what I'll do. Oh my
You
God.
heard it.
All right. Thank you everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.